Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting the first annual recognition of achievements, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives to a spiritual act of kindness. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.
Moustache.
Oh,
Hello, everybody. We're just having a giggle as we usually do when we come on here.
Oh dear.
We need some upliftment, so we're just having a bit of a giggle about all sorts.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV. We just managed to get that out because we are, and please can everybody share and like and make sure, especially if you're on Facebook or YouTube, you have to like to be for us to be able to see your comments. And I do apologize for the giggles because Deb's just been telling us a few things and we were just having a little bit of giggle. She might tell you herself, we never know. But yeah.
Oh, I think it's better if Richard tells you his little story from earlier on about the lady and the kids. I think that's hilarious. Anyway, we've had some nice little stories off Richard.
Yeah, I think some of the stuff can't be until after 9 o'clock watershed, to be honest with you. Anyway, good evening, everybody. We're gonna have, hopefully we'll have a fun
I'm crying
night now. Do you want to explain what we're doing?
I'm crying. Sorry, it's the boys making me laugh so much. My eyes are watering now.
Yeah, you know, Debs and I are going to be working with photos that have been sent in, and hopefully we'll link with the person within the photo. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. And what we found over the last 2 or 3 times is that our Deb's team and my team have been working together, and we've had we've had pretty good evenings, haven't we? You know, but what we would ask is if you're saying yes to something, please tell us what you're saying yes to, because there's about a 14 to 16 second delay on some of the comments. And please, please, please give us some comments. It doesn't have to be yes if we're not on the right lines, because what we have found over the last couple of sessions that we've had is that when we get in the feedback, the link becomes stronger. That's right, isn't it, Deb?
Yeah, it's just because they like to hear your voice, or obviously they can't on here, but they like to have that interaction, don't they, Spirit? And I think it does make the link stronger, doesn't it? It's like when we're in church, isn't it? We always ask to hear the voice because it makes the link stronger. So I think it's the same thing on here, but obviously it's just the tapping away.
I liken it out. Can you imagine going into a party and everybody's there and all your family and friends are there, everybody you haven't seen for years and years and years, and you go up and you say, hello, and you get everybody sitting there going,
probably because they don't want to talk to you, Marcus.
Is it? Yeah. Say again.
Probably because they don't want to talk to you. That's the kind of
Oh, you know me so well. You know me so well. You know me so well. Oh dear.
But yeah, let us know if you're new as well, so that we can explain it as we go along. Let us know if you're brand new and where you've come from, or you know where you live.
Yeah, and especially where you're from as well. You know, if you put your name up there, just say where you're from, so we can see the reach of Spiritual Psychics TV. We'll be saying a few hellos, and then when we start working, we are going to try to work quite fast, so we get as many as we can. But we are led by Spirit, aren't we, Deb? We are led by Spirit.
Yeah, they're in charge.
Yeah, they are the bosses.
Yeah.
At the bottom of the screen, you should see the email where you need to send your photos through, and only send it once. Please don't send numerous emails. Just send it once, and if it does bounce back, and you've got the email correct, it just means that it's full and we've got enough. But don't keep on sending them. There should be the email, and it's photos at Spiritual Psychics TV online. So if you send a photo there, and hopefully we will link into the photo. It's worked quite well up to now, isn't it, Deb?
It works quite well, but bear in mind though, because sometimes the person that's on the photograph won't come through. It'll be somebody else. But I think even so, at least it gets us to the right person, doesn't it, Marcus? And gets us a good, nice link. But
Yeah,
sometimes they don't come through.
Yeah, and I can remember when I worked with Dave Cheney, who was the psychic artist. He's in spirit now, and quite often he would draw something, and we'd link into various different communicators. It wasn't always the person, that he was drawing. So bear that in mind. It's the information that's important, that links to prove there is a continuation of life, and that's what we're trying to do. And don't forget to share. Please share. Are we going to say some hellos, Richard?
I think there's a bit of a delay, is there, as well, Richard? You've got to bear in mind there's a bit of a delay as well on here. So
yeah, it's about 40. Lindsay.
Lindsay, hello, Lindsay.
And we are broadcasting to YouTube and Facebook, but don't forget to like and share. And if you don't like, then we won't be able to see your comments.
Siobhan, is that? Siobhan.
I'm glad you said it first, because I was struggling with that. I
think it's Siobhan. Hopefully we said it right.
Kelly, good evening, Kelly. Where are you from, Kelly? Can you put where you're from as well?
Christiane, hello, Christiane.
Christiane. Evening, Nicola. Siddiqui from Wales. Oh, there you go. Let's advertise the Welsh. Carmel Valley.
Michelle, Carmel Valley. Where's that? Is that America? Is it? California. Carmel Valley. Hello, Michelle.
Oh, USA. Some more American friends. Good evening, Sharon. Lovely to see you. I'm new. Oh, from Rugby. Oh, some lovely churches in Rugby, Jane.
Oh, my favourite centres.
I'm in France, but American. Oh, coffee cake. Oh, good evening, coffee cake.
My favourite cake as well. Louise. Hiya, Louise. Saying hello to everybody. Hezbollah.
Oh,
that's a nice picture,
isn't it? Alison.
Oh, Alison, the regulars. Alison.
Hello, Millie B.
Millie B, and then comes the busy bee picture, look. LinkedIn really nicely, didn't it?
Be safe.
Be safe. Hiya, Helen. Oh, I'm cold
now. Be
now.
positive.
Somebody's here.
Claire, good evening.
Debbie U.
Or is that Debbie U, or is it Debbie me? Or Debbie D?
Good evening, distraction from Corrie. Patrick is Patrick. Hiya, Patrick. Patrick's a medium as well. I've seen him putting things up on Facebook. If anybody wants to check him out. Bridget, hiya, Bridget.
Yeah, can you start putting where you're from, please? Kimbo. Evening, Kimbo. Regular.
Evening, all. I remember saying that when I was in
that'd be good for you, Deb, being a police.
I was just going to do the old leg thing up and down. You know what I mean, Marcus? Yeah. Bending my knees, up and down.
That's right.
Evening, all.
Yeah. Kelly, Kelly's helping doing the service in Yardley in June. I'm going out with her. Gail, good evening, Gail. Lovely Gail. It's funny, I started waving. I don't know why I started waving there. I don't know. It's, hello.
You must have somebody with you waving. Yeah. It's spirit, isn't it, making you wave?
Well, what was that joke? Do you know what that is?
No.
Nor do I, but there's another one coming.
Oh.
Noreen. Noreen, jokes are always the best. Always the worst. I mean, Noreen. Pauline Mitchum. I thought, Mitchum. I'm telling you with my glasses. I thought I was going to. Surrey from Croydon. Bridget. Oh, thank you, Bridget. And don't forget, when we start working, always say, what you're saying, either yes or no to, because there might be part of what oh, it'll be lovely, Kelly. It'll be absolutely lovely.
Oh, well, I feel sorry for you, Kelly. Oh, you will try and get out of it. I tell you.
Oh, I know. I'm
only joking, Kelly.
Oh.
He'll look after you.
I'll be a physical, so I'll say St. Michael's in the Ardley, and it'll be great. It's an afternoon, it is. So
I know.
we're trying to get Kelly out there and doing a little bit more, and I'm sure soon she does that. I can remember when I first started in the 80s, and there were 6 letters that were sent out, after the development circle, and that's how it snowballs, isn't it? You do one, then another one gets you, and then another one gets you, and it just snowballs and snowballs. And then we end up here.
Hopefully, yeah. And we're still waiting for it to snowball even more.
Well, that's
more
right,
from here. Vicky.
Oh, that's a funny way to spell Vicky, but that's a nice way to spell Vicky.
Yeah.
Vicky Jane Moore. Yvonne, good evening. Ooh.
Mick, hello, Mick. Nice
I was just
flowers.
going to paint. I was going to. I'll say it when we start, because I've got a contact. Lovely to see you as well, Natalie.
You've probably got one. I've got one as well. You've got a lady, Natalie, Victoria.
Oh, from Norwich,
where I used to live,
Norfolk. Oh, lovely place there.
From
A lovely place, Norwich. Yeah, we're going to start with the first photo, if that's okay with everybody. And don't forget, there is a bit of a delay. So when either Deb or I are giving information, if you can type as fast as you can so we can get some feedback, okay?
Did you tell them how you're picking the photographs, Richard?
Yeah.
So Richard's picking the photographs randomly for the newbies. He just picks any old one and shoves it up, just like the lady I want. Have you got a lady by any chance, Richard? Marcus? I've got that lovely lady here.
Yeah. Do you want to start? Because
I've got this lovely lady
inside of me, so I got a few feelings. So I'll leave you go first.
I've got a lovely lady. I've got this lady here that wants to talk to whoever she belongs to. I sent the photo in, didn't I? So I know roughly who she belongs to. But this lovely lady come in straight away as I got on here. The first thing she's talking about, though, is hair. Her hair, but I don't know whether she means her hair or somebody else's hair here, and it's getting shorter and shorter. So somebody's recently had their hair cut, or this lady used to have long hair and she's cutting it shorter and shorter and shorter. And that's the first thing she's talking about. There you go, your mom. Okay, Maz, look, she's talking about this hair getting shorter and shorter. And she's talking, I don't know what it is about hair, because that's what she's talking to me about at the moment. And it's cut over the ears. So I don't know whether she's describing her own, but she's talking about hair that's cut over the ears, that's getting shorter and shorter. And she's talking to me about highlights as well. So somebody's having highlights or somebody's had highlights. Okay. She's talking about the month of April means something to you. And she also is talking about, I don't know whether she means the colour or the name Scarlet. The name Scarlet or the colour Scarlet will mean something to you as well. She just wants to say Margaret's in spirit with her as well. I've got Margaret here. And she's also talking about the name Henderson will mean something. So find out. If you don't understand, Maz, don't worry, it'll come along. But she's bringing in the name Henderson. She's just said to me, I've come along, she's saying, because she keeps sending her prayers up to me and she keeps talking to me. So somebody keeps talking to her. And she says, I just thought I'd pop along and say hello. She's just bringing in a new baby. She's talking about a new baby on the way. She's just said, oh, there's a new baby on the way. She's rubbing her hands. So I know she likes babies. There's a new baby on the way. She's saying that somebody's smelling her. So she comes with a nice smell. And that's how you recognise her as well, Maz. Okay, she's talking about this nice smell that she brings around people. She's also talking about, well, that's probably what she means then. She's also talking about little uns or little children that are sensing spirit as well. So there's somebody around you, Maz, that's actually sensing spirit. And she wants to let you know. She's just saying, I'm aware of that as well. Oh, she says you've been, what did she say? You've been telling stories about me, she says. So somebody's been telling stories about her, and she's talking about, she's just saying, oh, I've been listening to that. She's talking about, oh, she's gone from stories. She's just talking to me about Care Bears. You know, those teddies called Care Bears. She wants me to hand you one of those. This is a blue one. So I don't know what that's symbolic of, or whether somebody had one of those Care Bear toys with the heart in the middle. She's showing me that as a memory as well. And she's talking about the name Stevens means something as well. So it's a surname, I think, as well, although she's spelling it PH. STEPHENS. The name Stevens will mean something to you as well. She just said to me, I do hear your prayers. She's saying, I do hear your prayers. She's saying you're worrying a little bit. She's worrying over the little uns. She says there's no need. She's talking about a little un that is independent as well. She's aware of a little un around you that's quite independent. She's talking about somebody that's learned to tie their own shoelaces. She's watched somebody that's recently learned to tie their own shoelaces as well. And I don't know if somebody, you know, when kids learn to tie their own shoelaces, they sometimes do it like to a poem or something, round and round the such and such. She's doing that. All right. She's talking about somebody learning to tie their shoelaces to a kind of a tune or a song. She's bringing that to you as well. Somebody's actually lit a candle for her as well, and she wants to say thank you for that. The reason for coming, Marcus is getting her as well. She's told me she's going to Marcus. So she's saying, I'm going to Marcus as well. She's come, she tells me, because you've been sending your prayers up, and she wants to make sure, these real words, make sure that you understand that she's still around. She says, you may not be able to see me, but I'm still around and I can make myself known. All right, so watch for her, because she's going to make herself known. She's twizzling her hair like this, Maz. So somebody either does that or she's got a memory of it, talking about that. And she's talking about bananas. She wants me to give you bananas, but I don't know why. So they're either because somebody likes them, or somebody take one to school or something that she's talking to me about. Somebody takes one to school. Oh, she's just gone to me. Okay. She's acknowledging she's aware of the candle. Tell you what, she's gone from bananas to jumbo sausages, Maz, jumbo sausages. And I said, what do you want me to give her jumbo sausages? She said, somebody likes their jumbo sausages. All right, from the fish and chippy, I think. So I'll leave that with you while I go over to Marcus.
Yeah, thanks, Deb, because she's brought a character. When we were, just before we started, she put a bit of a pain in my back, and I thought, I've got. I wasn't sure if it was male or female, and she is about me, but there's also a gentleman here as well. But I just need to deal with this lady, Maz, because she's telling me that there's a memory. I don't know if it's her or whoever it was, but somebody went through a period where they were always falling asleep, she's telling me. And please give me some feedback on this. She's also telling me about there's a family birthday in June, and she's showing me, and she's asking the question, like, who likes the gin? Who's the gin drinker? Because it's that, you know, you get these different types of gin, and she's showing me some, like, somebody saying, oh, that's a nice gin, Herrick's or something like that. Anyway, starts with a H anyway, because I'm teetotal, so I don't drink. But I need, she is talking about somebody falling asleep. Someone this, I'm sure this is someone this side. I'm sure that she had quite a few pains as well, especially towards the end. But she's talking about someone this side that that's got really problems in the lower back, and they do this a bit. And Deb did it as well, because she told me, she said, oh, look at Deb. And Deb did this with a finger. I don't know if you noticed. If you play back, Deb, you did that. And she said, oh, notice that. There's someone that this side that does this a lot. Either, I don't know if they hold their hand like that or whatever. Just need a little bit of feedback. Maz, okay? And the gentleman that's also there has put a bit of a cough on me. And this gentleman's name is Jack, okay? And this Jack is in spirit, and he's I don't know if I want to say he's with the lady, but they are together, if you know what I mean. So I'm not saying that they're close or whatever. I'm not trying to glue them together, but there's a Jack in spirit. And you know that saying, like, Jack Sprat would eat no fat, his wife would eat no lean. So this Jack was quite medium, and yes, she's taking a bit. I can take the truth. Well, you know what character I'm really, see what I mean when the feedback comes. I'll tell you now, Maz, she had it's not just taking the mickey. She had a little bit of a weird
fun,
sense of humour.
She's fun.
Oh yeah, big time. And the thing is that, when that devilish type of humour at times, where someone gets the joke and they don't tell you and they tease you a little bit, and she's saying, Maz, you should reckon. Oh, your son does that. Okay. Did I tell you about the grinding of the teeth? Right? No, I didn't. There's someone who grinds the teeth, and there's a problem. Either they're wearing the teeth or something. But this lady's, because I've got this Jack as well. I've got this Jack as well. But she's saying that, when she used to wind people up or tease them or whatever, she'd look at the side of the eye and go, and she just did that. And she's also saying that you should be able to link with, well, I say she's not telling me that you should be able to, she's just giving me a birth weight. She's given me 7 pound 4 ounces. So and the Jack, yes, I've only had it twice. Oh God, me with the teeth. All right, well, yeah, and I'll tell you now, Maz, because as you said, Dan, I got that little bit of feedback. You get a little bit of jaw ache as well. Deb gets that a lot because she's nagging me all the time. But but joking aside, she's saying that there's a little bit of jaw ache there, and that and really you need to take time out for you. Okay, you. And she would say that. Going back to the Jack, it was a chest condition, heavy breathing, where he couldn't get the breath, pains. There was also angina there. There was also tablets, and there was something about Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. There was something either with the lady. She's lovely. You know she is, Deb. She's lovely, and she just told me, said, "Go to Deb. You just done something with your mouth, like that. You went like that."
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing, do I? Because they're doing it.
Yeah, well, exactly. And she said, go to Deb. Do you want to finish off, Deb? She told me to just
because
pop it back to you.
She's lovely, your mum, Maz. She's very, how I describe it, it's very ladylike. You know what I mean? She likes her makeup. She likes her hair, that type of thing. She's lovely. One for the girls, you know what I mean? But she's making me stand here as if I'm pregnant. And I've got my hands resting on my tummy. When we get pregnant, we often have our hands resting on our tummy. And she's got memories of that. I don't think it's one to come, but I think she's just got memories of somebody standing here like this. But she's talking about somebody that was pregnant and had a few problems with the pregnancy. I think it's in the past, but she's aware of that. Okay. She's talking about that. So she's got you've got a baby as well. So she's aware of your baby. She knows exactly what she's doing.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Maz.
Okay.
Can I just jump in, Deb? Just say one thing. When you said that she was ladylike, she said she wasn't that ladylike when she was with the girls.
No. I know, but you know what I mean? She liked to make up. She's not like me. Yeah. I don't wear a lot, but she was like to make up and a lipstick, and she's laughing at me with lip gloss. She's talking about, when we wear lip gloss, Maz, and sometimes you get the odd hair sticking to it and things keep sticking to it. It's really getting her annoyed. You know what I mean? She's talking about that. She's laughing about that. not what you told me the other night. Oh no, you just wear the ordinary stuff, don't you, Mark? She's having a laugh, your mum, but she's lovely.
Yeah,
She's
she is
talking to me
lovely.
about somebody down here called Alice. She just said to me, Alice in Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland. So she's bringing an Alice in as well, all right, that she's making reference to. And she's just said to me that she's aware of Sheila as well. She knows of a Sheila. So she's got a connection with Sheila as well. She's talking about that. Thank you for the flowers. I don't know who she means. It's bought us some nice little flowers. I think this is, oh, she's making me do this, Marcus.
Yeah.
So if this is your lad, Maz, that does this, it's because she's acknowledging your lad. Oh, she likes to keep her eye on the children, she's just said. So that's how I go to them. But she's talking about a memory of somebody that bought some flowers home that were pinched from a garden. Somebody's picked them up from a garden. Looks like she just showed me oh, she's getting me confused. She just showed me she keeps making me say dandelions, Maz. I thought she was showing me daffodils, but your mum keeps talking about somebody picking up dandelions. So I don't know what that memory is, but she's got a memory of that. She's talking about somebody pinching some dandelions or some daisies. She's talking about. I'll just repeat what she said. She taught me daisies, dandelions, and daffodils, but somebody's actually brought them home from a garden or something like that. But the month March means something to you as well. She's saying March is important. She says, I've got your nan here with me. She says, I've got your nan here that just wants to say hello. But she says, I'm answering your call. So you've obviously been sending your prayers up to her, and that's her words. I'm answering your call to come and say hello to you. But watch for the signs, Maz, because she's trying to let you know she's around by the smells, like Lily of the Valley she's talking to me about. And what's that soap? Oh, she's bringing you, the soap, like Pear's soap. So she's got a memory to that as well. So you'll smell her. She's got a lovely smell. But I hope that was all right for you. I don't know if Marcus got anything to finish off.
No.
I hope that was okay.
Yeah. The thing is, Mark, we're going to try to work a little bit faster, but we are led by spirit, and we spent quite a bit of time with your mum. But that's the type she was. Could we have the next photo, please, Richard?
So that was okay, Maz. We're moving on.
Yeah. But she's lovely. She was lovely. But
she's a nice person to start off with, really, because she's got a lot of energy, weren't she?
Yeah, she's
got a lot of energy to start us off with.
Wouldn't take any messing.
No. Who's Stephen? Go on, Marcus.
Oh, see, always put it to me. And there's, if you link onto this Spiritual Psychics TV website, there's an acknowledgement awards that's going on. There's different candidates there for various different things for teaching, mediumship, show, and everything else. You can register and you can vote, and it's just a way of acknowledging people that are working for spirit, in a selfless way. So visit Spiritual Psychics TV website, register, and you'll be able to vote or nominate anybody that you know. Good evening, Claire. Barton, North Lincolnshire. Is this the next photo?
Claire. Yeah. Next one is Claire then. I keep getting uncle shouted to me, Claire, so I don't know if it's you that's got the uncle in spirit, because before Richard put you up with your photo, I've got a lovely uncle that wants to say hello to you. Oh, I thought it's all right. A lovely uncle that wants to say hello to you from spirit anyway, but he's given me the name Stephen, so hopefully the name Stephen will mean something to you. That we've got this gentleman talking about, and also the month of April will mean something to you as well. Okay, the first thing he's talking about, like I say, is the month of April, and he's talking about schooling for somebody. So there's an issue going around you which involves schooling for a little, and I don't know whether it's moving schools or sorting classes out, but that's going on around you as well. And he's talking about somebody having to go into a school to sort this problem out. So there's some sort of problem. Okay, around you, Claire, that needs sorting out at a school. But it's just bringing to me, he's just said, I'm just going to bring you babies, Deb, he just said to me. And I said, you what? He said, there's a twin link in your family, Claire. I don't know if you're aware of that, but he's talking to me about a twin link. But he's also talking to me about there's 2 babies in spirit that your nan is looking after. That's what he's just said to me. 2 babies in spirit that your nan is looking after. Now, they've got a lovely nan coming with him who's talking about wanting to feed you up. She's wanting to feed you. It's as if she's talking about you're not eating enough. She thinks you're not eating enough. This nan was a bit of a feeder, as they do, you know, lovely nans, they like to feed you. But she's saying you're not getting enough sustenance. That's exactly what she's saying. So she's trying to feed you a little bit more and make sure that you have regular meals. I don't know, Claire, how old you are, because she's talking to me about Ovaltine. All right. So I think she must have liked Ovaltine, and she's calling it the I think there was an advert about Ovaltine where they called them the Ovaltiners, weren't they, Marcus? Do you remember that? The Ovaltiners.
Ovaltinis.
Is it? Because she's talking to me about that for some reason. So she's got this memory of Ovaltine, but I think it's because she's putting this food thing onto you as if she wants to make sure you're eating properly. But I think Ovaltine, it must be have some vitamins in it or something, because she's trying to feed it to you for some reason. I'm going back to the gentleman that's with me that's talking to you about just said to me a trip to Italy. So watch for the trip to Italy, because he's talking to me also about he's just bringing in the Leaning Tower of Pisa as well, Claire. All right, I'm not very good at my geography, so I don't know if it's in the same place, but remember he's told you about that. He's just said to me also somebody wants to go on a cruise down here. He's been listening to a conversation about going on a cruise. Okay. He says he's come because somebody has mentioned him in conversation recently, so he's been discussed in conversation. There's also he's also talking about cancer condition as well. They don't usually talk to me about illnesses, but for some reason he's bringing up, and I don't know whether he even means him, because he's just said to me, can you bring up the cancer condition, but it's somebody in spirit. Oh, he's just told me somebody went with lung cancer. Okay, so somebody in spirit you should have knowledge of, and this gent has, that went with lung cancer as well. He's going to make me hand over to Marcus. He's just said to me, go to Marcus. But before he goes, he wants me to tell you how proud he is of you. And he's just said to me, can you tell her to be proud of herself? You need to be proud of yourself and give yourself some credit, he's saying, because you've been through a lot. I don't know what you're going through, but he says you've been through a lot and you need to give yourself you need to be proud of yourself. He says you're only a young girl, his words, you're only a young girl, but you've got an older head on your shoulders. And he's very proud of you. He wants me to blow you a kiss, and now he's handing me over to Marcus.
Right, yeah, because as I'm looking at the photo, I'm not 100% sure I've got this guy here, but there's definitely the gentleman, and because what he showed me, because I can't see I can see the photo, it's a quarter of our screen, and it's the character that's coming through, and it's very serious. It's a very, very serious character. And what he did show me was a slight turn in the eye. So you can't see in this photo, but I'm sure there's a photo somewhere, whether it's this gentleman or another gentleman, but the gentleman that's communicating with me has got a very slight turn in his eye, so excuse me. There should also, and please, Clarke, if you can give me some feedback, just to make sure that I've got the right link, because he's also saying there's a serious situation around you, and this is why he's bringing part of his serious nature across. I mean, he could have fun, and he could be, same as everybody else, but he is bringing the serious side of his nature. There should also be a Polish link, because he showed me going back, my father was Latvian, and he's showing me sort of like parts of Eastern Europe, but it's specifically Polish link. There's also the name Jack. We had Jack on the last one. There's also Jack, and I just need to know or as long as you understand, that's great, Claire. That's long as you understand. There's someone this side that has got a problem with the inner ear, and there's a little bit of dizziness going on at the moment, but also, and linking to, I don't know if this is definitely Eastern Europe or the Polish link or whatever, but you should also have a link with the Jewess in spirit. Okay, because I've got a lady come, and she's Jewish. She's definitely 100% Jewish. And she is lovely, but you know, the matriarchal type that would take control and be very understanding. I'm not saying that she's family line or anything, but hopefully you can understand there, because yeah, I know I've got a couple of friends that are Jews, and I understand some of their sort of dates and things that go on and everything else. But I've also got two names. It's Goldsmith and Goldstein, and I'm hoping you'll be able to link with that, because I really feel where this serious situation is, the character of this lady is bringing it to say you have to understand in certain ways. So there's something around you, Claire, that although you might take your normal approach to it, and what she made me just do then is close my eyes. So this is hopefully this is you, Claire. When you get a little bit, I don't know if it's a little bit stressed or a little bit het up, you close your eyes and it's as if you count to 1 or 2 and then blow or say what you're going to say. But she just made me do that and say, pull it down, pull it down. There's a serious situation. You need to understand it. You need to go forward with it. Hopefully you'll be able to link with the Jewess and sort of there. I need that little bit of feedback, but it's the seriousness of he's a lovely, lovely man, because he could be fun, but it's as if to say we have to take responsibility as well. And oh wow, okay. There's someone this side that's got a blood disorder. I'm not aware of these names, but thank you so much. Don't worry about the names. If they're meant to be, they might come. It's just that I know a couple of Jewish people, and the way the accent came from me, it was definitely to do with Eastern Europe. But there's someone this side that's got a blood disorder, and either the medication's a little bit out or whatever. Hopefully you'll be able to link in with that. But he is just a lovely man. And 2 birthdays in November, 1 in December, anniversary, a gentleman's passing in February, and a lady's passing in September. Wow. I don't know why they made me go that fast, Deb.
There's a lot.
Oh, wow.
I was going to say there is a lot of travel geography around you, Claire, because I've been told Bulgaria, and I've been told Toulouse, if I've said that right. Toulouse, Toulouse. I've spelt it. So there's a lot of geography around her, isn't there?
Yeah.
Traveling.
As I say, because my dad was Latvian, but they definitely showed me a Polish link, definitely. Yeah. And I can see, being Czech, I fully understand that, because my dad was a displaced person after the war. You know what I mean? And there was, I know you say Czechoslovakia, but there's definitely a link with the Polish displaced person that came after the war. Would have been conscripted and then come over. Hopefully you'll find that, Claire. Hopefully you'll find that bit, because that was quite strong. Are we moving on, Deb?
I don't know where, you see, it's awkward, isn't it, when you're just about to move on to another link and you get something and you don't know whether it's going to be for Claire or the next.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
Claire,
yeah.
take it if you can, take this, or it might be for the next person. But he's talking to me about the war, and he's talking to me, he's actually telling me somebody crashed in a plane in the sea during the war. So I don't know whether it's connection with your family, but I'd have a look at that if I were you. Somebody actually going into the sea, okay, in a plane. But otherwise, it's with the next link. But I'll leave that with you. So we hope that's okay for you, Claire.
Can we have the next photo, please? Yeah. Right. Remember we said right at the beginning, people, that you only send one email, one photo. We might not send one photo, but please just send one photo. If there's more than one photo being sent in, they just have to be deleted. Use the Air Force, Deb. Claire's the Air Force.
Air Force. Oh,
right.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Claire. It's very important we come back. Hopefully you can link in with those other dates as well, you know. But you know, I don't know why they fired it up. Maybe they were saying, chuck them in, move on to the next link.
Quickly, yeah.
Yeah.
She'll find them,
you'll
find all the information, Claire.
Yeah.
She'll find it all out. Yeah.
Right, the next link is with Susan. What was the surname? Salamania. I don't know if we're saying that right, but that is supposed to be the one that's just chosen as random. But Richard can't find you online. Is that right, Richard? Yeah. So if Susan's there, if you could put a comment in. If not, we'll move on to the next photo. I'm sorry it is this brutal because obviously we've only got a limited time span. And we have found you, by the way, by the sound of it. Danielle Salamino. That's my man. We just need the photo. Just trying to get the photo, Danielle.
Well, to be honest, Daniel, before you even put that up, I've got a lady with me, but I've got a nan here with you. Okay, so I've got a nan that wants to say a quick hello to you, Daniel. Her words are, I want to say a quick hello to Danielle, and that's your nan that's coming in. I want to say a quick hello, she's saying. And what she's doing, this lovely lady with me, she's putting, you know how we used to cup our hands in your face? She's doing this around your face as if to give you a little bit of comfort, because she's describing you as struggling a little bit at the moment, Danielle. I mean, struggling in as much as you need a bit of comfort and a little bit of upliftment, and that's what this lovely nan's coming for, just to give you that upliftment. And she's talking about, she's been listening to people that have been reminiscing, so somebody around you has been reminiscing, but also about people that are now in spirit, and she's just letting you know that she's aware of that. Okay, so the spirit people, she's putting it, I'll never say that, but she's made me say, the spirit people are listening to you, Danielle. And that's her exact words. The spirit people are listening to you. We do hear you talking to us, and we do hear your prayers as well. And somebody, I don't know whether it's you, Danielle, or somebody around you, she's saying somebody actually talks to spirit just as they're going to bed, or just as they're getting into the bed. Somebody actually speaks to spirit around you, and she's just acknowledging that. And that's who I've got coming through, a lovely lady. But she's talking, the main reason is just to uplift you a little bit and let you know that she's around. Apparently you've got the same character as her, this lady. She's talking about you've got similar characters, and she's talking about you're a bit of a worrier. You worry a little bit as well. That's what she's bringing with me. So I don't know if Marcus has got anything else.
When you first started, I laughed. And I wasn't laughing at you. It's because I linked into this photo. And this guy was looking at me, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I love him. And he's the type that would slap someone like me daft and put me down. The thing is, I'm linking in, and he's sitting there with his single sat near there, and all the thoughts were coming in from my mind, all bought and paid for. all bought and paid for. I'm not saying that he used to say that, but somebody would say that about either a beer belly or a little bit of weight. They'd say, they tell me, they say, all bought and paid for. But as I'm linking into this photo, what I'm picking up is there was either problems with the feet or something to do with the toes. And also, and I don't feel this is this gentleman, but there's also someone that had problems with their muscles. And I was also I've took it to be MS. You know, multiple sclerosis or MS? But there was definitely problems where someone had problems walking, where they used to be a little bit wobbly and all this. But the character of this photo is coming at me, and it's as if to say, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Look, don't mess with me. I'll say it as it is when I want to say it, and I don't care. I really don't care how I come across. I'm going to say it. And I need to know, Danielle, is that this character? Is that his character? Because that's the character I've got coming through. A little twinkle in the eye, the little, sort of like the teasing little bit. You know, if children was about, he would tease them and, sort of help them along, but would take no messing. Absolutely no messing. There's also, oh dear, there's also a lady that's, very, very much struggling. Okay. Can you just give me a little bit of feedback, Danielle? Because I've got two characters here. I'm tending to link into this photo, but I've also got another gentleman, and I don't want to sort of mess them up together, if you know. Yeah. Oh, you can take. Oh, good. Not good that there's a problem, but you know about it. And he was like, "All right, that's it." See, that's all the feedback I need, because now I know that the feelings that he's putting on me, I can go forward with. And it was this. Oh, there's someone this side that folds their arms and gets a little bit stroppy when they're a bit upset. He's telling me, he's saying, he's sitting there like that, but he's saying there's someone this side, and I feel it's female, that when they get a little bit strong, they go, ooh, like that. And I think that's a memory, that there's a memory of somebody teasing someone or talking something with someone, and somebody saying, "Oh," like that, and then just building it out of proportion. You should be able to link with a birthday in September, and that's a family birthday, by the way. A friend's birthday, you should be able to link with in June. And there's also someone that absolutely is useless at DIY. Absolutely useless, because he's telling me, he's saying, oh God, given an arm, somebody would use a hammer instead of a screwdriver. And he's telling me, I don't know if it was him or if it's someone else, but he's showing me, it's again a memory of a screw, which you would obviously screw in, and somebody hitting it with a hammer. And hopefully you'll be able to take that. Yep, that's my okay. Oh dear. Right. And there's this excitement that he wants to put across. There's also a sergeant in the army. There's 3 stripes. There's a link with a sergeant in the army. But because he's changing, Danielle, your mind's all over the place. It's as if you can't concentrate on one thing. There's too many things in there. And it's pulling you down a bit. He's telling me, he's pulling, and you can take the hammer thing. Oh, good. He's telling me there's so much going on at the moment. It's as if you can't think straight, and it's pulling you down a bit. And you're not your normal self. He's saying you're not your normal self. Ha ha ha. Don't know why he said that. Ha ha ha. He made me say that. Ha ha ha. Over to you, Deb. Oof,
Oh,
wow.
crumbs.
I know, but that's him. He comes in.
Right.
he comes in and then boom, and then he'd
Yeah,
be
he's gone
talking
to
about
me.
something, and then all of a sudden he'd change it, totally different tact.
He's very gentlemanly, Danielle, because the lady come in first because he let her in first. Because he went to me, ladies first. So the first lady come in first because this gent let her in. So I know he's very gentlemanly. You know, this lady I had it with me before, she's talking to me about, I don't know how old you are, but there's a saying, what my nan used to say, and I do sometimes, bob down, bob a week. It's like when you have things on credit, as pensioners used to say, bob down, bob a week. And she's talking to me about that. So I don't know whether it's symbolic. She knows that somebody's putting something down and paying on the knock, as she's calling it, or whether that was her saying. All right,
you're
but she's bringing
too
that
young
to
to
you
be
as
on the
well.
knock.
And then she's just said to me, no, in fact, I'm going to your gent now because he's singing that song. I'm getting married in the morning. I don't know. So that is a new one for me because I think he means that somebody's getting married. Usually they just say to me, oh, there's a wedding coming up. But this gent is not. He's singing the actual song, I'm getting married in the morning. And then he's just gone, you know, that watch that he's wearing there. Now you'll have to work this out, Daniel. I'll tell you what he's showing me. That watch that he's wearing there. And it's going backwards. The hands are turning the wrong way around. They're going backwards on his watch. Now, I don't know whether that's going to be symbolic for you. As I don't know how you take that, but he's just showing me the hands going backwards. But he's talking about the watches here. So I don't know whether he means somebody's got the watch and it's not working, or the hands are going backwards, symbolically meaning something. Oh, it's just said to me somebody's been wishing that they could go back in time. That's what he means. Somebody's been wishing that they could go back in time, and he's just noting that. He's been listening to that. But he's a lovely gent. He says, I'm with her all the time. I'm with her all the time. So he's round and about, and I know he goes visiting because he's talking about visiting different houses. And he's talking about he likes to see what people have been doing with their houses, you know, improvements and such and such. But he's talking about going around people's houses, visiting. He's bringing the smell of smoke with him. So if you have a sudden whiff of smoke, which he says he has to make it quite strong for people to take notice of him. So the smoke comes with this strong smell. You'll know it's him. Okay, but he's bringing that around you. But he's coming because he's talking about, and the lady's coming about, don't worry, be happy, pack all your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. And that's what they're going with. Keep talking to us because you talk to spirit. And they're saying, keep talking to us. We are listening. Watch for the robins, Danielle, because they're going to send you robins as well. You know what spirit are like. They'll send you certain signs. I don't know why I keep doing this.
Yeah, this very last bit, Danielle, that as Deb was working, you know, he was giving me some information, and I hope this sentence means something because this is the way I picked it up. Don't worry, my little petal. Not everybody could be there. So there was either someone that couldn't get to either when he passed or someone else passed or whatever. And he keeps on saying in my head, don't worry, my little petal. Mwah! That means something. And we move to the next. I hope that means something, Danielle.
Rightio. Oh.
Richard, just
do a
how
couple of
we
adverts, folks.
doing a couple of adverts. As tomorrow evening, demonstration of mediumship with Tom Flynn at 8 o'clock. So don't forget to sign on and see Tom. You do it there?
Maybe we've got a show with Bree from, where was she from? Australia, that was it. Tarot readings, mediumship. So look out for her. If you like the page and follow the page, you'll know when she's due. But she's in next week, so that'll be good.
Our friends from down under.
Oh yeah, on the 11th of June, there's a demo of mediumship with everybody. That's live, isn't it? At Waterlooville Community Centre, if anybody wants to go to that. There's a few tickets left, but they're getting booked up pretty quick, so you need to rush because it's quite popular. But that's live, that'd be nice. Okie doke. 13. We're picking numbers. Sorry if I'm shouting numbers out for folks. Richard's telling us to pick a number and then he'll put the photo up.
Being psychic, everybody's thinking that's going to be a lottery number now, isn't it? You know. Unfortunately, we're having a few problems with YouTube at the moment. It's nothing our side, so please bear with it. You know, bear with it.
We had that in the beginning as well, didn't we? YouTube problems. So perhaps there's something wrong with it tonight.
Just as we're waiting for the next photo, if you're still on, Danielle, you had a wicked sense of humour as well. Wicked sense of humour.
He's lovely. He's a lovely chap though, isn't he? He's a big family man. Richard's just sorting out the emails. I'm just going to... Oh, sorry, go on.
Right.
Richard's getting various emails through, and there's one with the name of Janet Terry, but he can't find her in chat. So if you're there, Janet, you need to send a quick message up to let us know you're still there.
Is this the photo? Is this the photo?
That's the photo relating to Janet, I think. So if Janet's still there, let us know. Okay, because this could be for you. But obviously, if you're not going to send the message up quick, we'll move on for now because we haven't got much time.
Yeah.
So,
yes. So if someone can, who's linking with this, and just as the photo come up, and I know that it's quite often when you see a photo, you know, our own mind cuts in as well, doesn't it? But you remember Twiggy in that little multicolored 60s dress? Can you remember that? And it was like really multicolored. And I'm not saying that the lady.
I'm not old enough. I don't remember.
Well, of course you're not, Deb. Of course you're not, Deb. I'm not saying there, but there is a memory, or whoever we're going to be working with next, where either someone dressed up in this sort of like mini dress and it's all multicolored, and what do they used to call it? Psychedelic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like a psychedelic
link, isn't there?
Yeah. And that, I would say I'm not 100% sure that it's this lady, but I have got that. Oh God, and I've got problems with my calf muscles now. So there's no answer to that. But if anybody recognizes this, there's a problem with calf muscles as well. Calf muscles. On the birthday on the 3rd of January.
Just
Don't know
pick
if
another
anybody
photo then.
can link to that. It's weird, isn't it? Hi, Deb's Marcus, shared publicly.
Hiya, Carl.
Oh,
that's
Carl Murphy.
Carl.
Is this the photo?
New baby.
Is this the photo? Oh,
Hi, Carl. Carl's
right.
had a nice new baby, and that's his new baby.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Lovely, isn't he? Very proud dad, aren't you, Carl? It's lovely. I've seen your pictures. Oh, apparently there's another baby coming as well around you, Carl. Have just told me. Somebody's just said in my ear, there's another baby there. He's just said to me, this gent. He's just said to me, another baby in quick succession. So I don't know whether it means you can have another one quickly or whether it's somebody around you. He's telling me it is family. So wait for the other baby coming as well, Carl, in quick succession. Okay, that he's talking about. I think this is your dad, but he's talking about the month of April will mean something to you, Carl, and also February will mean something to you as well. And he's just, I don't know why he's giving me this, but he's just given me, I think it's a memory. We all add on, but I'll tell you what he's given me. A lovely paddling pool, you know, the ones that you blow up with the 2 rings around the end. But he's talking about somebody having to blow it up by mouth. So we didn't have a pump or anything, but somebody had to blow one of these paddling pools up by mouth. And he's talking about patching it up. So somebody used to have to patch this paddling pool up. Oh, I know why he's talking about that. He's talking to me about that because he's talking to me about not being very well off. Okay, when he was here or in his younger days, not being very well off and having to patch things up. I know what he's making reference to now. He's actually talking about this because you must have been talking about money or something, Carl, not having enough money or having to be careful with your money. And that's what he's bringing around you because you've had this new baby and the fact that he's just said to me, oh, babies cost a lot. Babies cost a lot, don't they? And he's just he's not too worried about it, but he's having a little bit of a giggle at the same time. Babies cost a lot. He's talking about that. He just wants to say, Carl, he's just said to you, he says, I want to make sure that Carl knows that he's doing a good job because he's telling me that sometimes you feel as though you're not doing enough. You get that feeling as if you're not doing enough, and he wants to let you know that you're doing a good job. Okay. You've got this lovely bond. I know parents do with the baby, but there's something about you and this baby. You've got this little bond. He's put baby in your arms and just falling asleep, you know, and he's just watching you. He's just watching you. He's obviously knowing what's going on. He's talking also about this. I don't know whether this is a memory. He's just talking to me about redecorating, Carl, but it's the baby's room, the kiddies' room that he's redecorating. But he's giving me a memory, I think this is, of somebody that had wallpaper with tractors on it. There's a memory of somebody having wallpaper in their bedroom with tractors on it when they were younger that he's bringing through to you as well. And he's also just gone on, he's telling me to go to Marcus in a minute, but he's telling me about somebody that supports football, but somebody supports, I don't know who this team is, but it's a blue kit, you know, a blue football kit. Somebody supports the football team that wears blue. And he's just telling me to hand over to Marcus. I think Marcus might have some. Go on,
Yeah, thanks, Deb. Thanks, Deb. The first question, I don't usually like to ask questions, Carl, but as Deb was working, I was getting various different information, and I need to ask who's the artistic one, who's very artistic, because and then. As I was trying to link into the photo and trying to link in there, and you know, listening to Deb, and she's got this kind of. All of a sudden, I got constant headaches. It seems you get the happy stuff, Debs, and I'm getting the pains tonight.
Good. It's because I'm in pain already, Marcus.
Oh, right.
Working with you.
So I just need a little bit of feedback, Carl, because I've got someone that has had. And someone this side that's having constant headaches. And I don't want you to link this next bit of information to it, okay? Because there's also someone in spirit that went to spirit with a brain hemorrhage. I've just been told, okay? Link to the headaches because there's nothing at all linked there. The feelings that I've got is that the gentleman that I'm getting information, I'm not, you know, I did when I was a kid. Okay, yeah, it's okay. You know, when we change, when we get in closer to spirit, we change. And depending on what's going on with our bodies, depending on, well, this gentleman in the photo, by the way, I've got pains in my knees, so there would have been a problem there. I don't know if he had it scraped out, cleaned out, or whatever, but there was some rubbing or something there. I just need a bit of feedback on that, if you can, Carl, please. But that I've got is it's just not fair what's happening. And you know, when we enter into when we go on a downward spiral a little bit, then me and my uncle do a lot. Okay. And it's just not fair. There's also the name Marjorie as well. This gentleman's told me the name of you should be able to link with the name Marjorie. And again, you know, as mediums, quite often we get a lot of information and we end up pulling it together. This is definitely a separate one. It's nothing at all to do with this last bit of information I've just given. But Carl, you should be able to link with someone that took their own life. Okay? You should be able to link with someone that took their own life. And I just need that little bit of validation. Yes, you do, or no, you don't. Because it's two separate things. The can't cope is not the same as not fair is not the person that took his life. The both gentlemen is not the same person. That was just a downward spiral where the person was just wasn't the same person and knew the end was coming. Whereas the person that took his own life, that was a totally different mindset. I'm being told. I know earlier you said your birthday was the month of February, but I've just been given two. Yes, I do know. Okay. Thank you for that, Carl. Thank you for that, because that person's quite close, and the feeling that I'm getting is not apology, is not or will be me or anything like that. Is, and Carl, I don't know if you do this, you do that. You know, when somebody greets someone or whatever, and touches your heart, say heartfelt. This is heartfelt. It's as if to say, I'm just dealing with it. I have to. There's also a family where there's two brothers and a sister in spirit, and the sister was the last to go. And if you go back in the family, maybe one or two generations, there were twins where, it sounds silly, the elder twin died first. You know, we're told a minute before you or whatever. But I hope you can link into that. And as I say, it's different energy come to me from the way Deb was working, and I hope you can link with that. Yes, and I do that. You're validating something that I don't know quite what you're validating. Oh, you do that, yeah. Well, I'll tell you now, Carl. 100%. whether you believe it or you do not believe it, you are a healer. Yeah. And we're going to try, we'll leave that with you, Carl, okay? And if you haven't had validation of that before, I'm validating it for you. You're a healer. You're a healer. No ifs, no buts.
It's just bringing up, Richard's just bringing up another one quick in a minute, Carl. But while he's doing that, the stress, the headaches are due stress around you. Okay, so it's your brother that's died. Okay, but the stress headaches around you. Watch your baby as well, you know, Carl, because your dad's talking about when your baby lies there, watch his eyes or her eyes watching above, as if your dad's standing there and looking down and following spirit. So watch that happening, because your dad's standing over watching him. So that's nice as well. And the name Alan will mean something to you as well, he says. But it just said to me before he goes, just said, be proud of yourself. Okay, you're doing a good job, Carl.
Well, while we're waiting for this, is this the photo we're dealing with again? Okay.
We're coming back to Janet. Janet, if this is for you, just confirm that you've been smelling perfume or nice smells around you, because I've got a lady with me coming with you that's talking about sending you nice smells. So you should be able to smell this lady, and she's talking about you recognizing her from the smell that she's bringing around you as well. So it's like a lovely perfumey, flowery perfumey smell that's coming around you. That's what she's bringing to me. So that's how you should recognize her. And she's also talking about somebody that's questioned if a robin was for them from spirit, because she's heard somebody talking about this robin that they've seen, and they've obviously made this comment of, oh, is that robin for me, do you think, from spirit? So she's heard that conversation as well. So there's this lady bringing this to you as well. And she's giving me, Alan is your uncle. So there you go. That's good then, Carl. Thanks for the feedback. It means a lot, the feedback, because it secures. But obviously, Janet, this lady's talking about perfume. She's talking about somebody has been talking about this lady in a group recently of a couple of people. She's just said to me, somebody's mentioned her name, and she's talking about she hasn't been passed that long. She's not telling me the date, but she's claiming that she hasn't been passed that long either. Okay, so that's what she's telling me. Just wants me to give you, I don't know whether somebody calls somebody Angel or whether somebody was known as Angel, but she just keeps saying to me, just say Angel to Janet, say Angel. So you should have that link with you as well, but I'll wait for that confirmation. I don't know if Marcus has got anything.
Yeah, I'll just go back because this photo, and I'll just re-say what I saw as soon as I saw the photo. And I'm not saying it's this lady in this photo, but Janet, I need to know where there's a memory of like what I call the Twiggy dress, the mini dress, the psychedelic colours, all this, that, and the other. And also, it was the 3rd of January. You know, there's a birthday or date of 3rd of January. But as Deb was talking, I've got this lady telling me, she's laughing, she's saying there's a memory of when someone lost a fill-in, either when and I think it was when they were eating pizza or something. There's a memory of that where everybody's laughing, joking, having a good time, this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if the you know, if they swallowed it or whether it, you know, oh God, you know, I heard it. But that's a memory. Also, the 20th of September is there's something there. She hasn't told me what. We need a little bit of feedback, Janet, okay? Or you know, we do need a little bit of validation one way or the other. If it's not fitting in, just say, no, I can't take that, or I can't take that. But we do need feedback to be able to work. I know there's a 16-second delay. So we need to, yes, there's no answers coming, John. We have to move on, because I've also got somebody that's really, really, really before they passed, they were fairly hysterical because of the medication, I'm being told, where it was affecting their thoughts process. It was affecting the way in which they were seeing things. I think they were hallucinating a little bit, and I'm being told about that. And if we don't get feedback, then unfortunately, it's like going to church and you're given a message and there's nobody there. And well, it was true, isn't it, Deb? You know what I mean? Because we need that feedback. I could sit here all night and talk for an hour and no, I'm not taking anything yet. Okay, then I'll step back, Debs. I'll step back. But if anybody out there has taken any of that information, send them a little thought, okay? 20th of September, obviously it's not Planet. 3rd of January, nice twiggy dress, lost a filling eating pizza, 20th September, and it also links to a lady that the confusion and everything else, and the person who was fairly hysterical and was hallucinating through the medication. She died at the age of 81, and it was on a Friday. Okay.
Oh look, Amy Santos. My daughter's name is Amy. Amy, if this is for you then, because I've got this lady talking to me now, she's making me laugh because she's talking about an
4th of January.
An incident where somebody, you know, like sometimes we come down a slide in a water park, but somebody came down a slide or something similar and lost their bikini top, or almost lost their bikini top because she's grabbing it like this. So you might have a memory of that, because that's who I've got chatting to me at the moment. If you can take that, this lady's probably for you. She's bringing that in, but if you can take it, it might be that, because she come in with the name Amy as well. If you can take the bikini top, if you can, or losing the bikini top, let me know. She's talking to me about that, and she's also talking to me about
that spiritual psychic TV. She got her medication changed before she passed. Oh, wow.
Okay. So if you can take that, let me know.
Okay.
But it's still Janet starting to take some of this now. What else was she talking about?
Yeah,
she's also. Yeah, go on, Marcus.
No, you carry on, Deb. You carry on.
Oh, this lady's just talking to me about being sunburnt. Somebody was pulling, you know, when you get sunburnt and you're able to peel the skin off. She's talking to me about somebody got that sunburnt. They were peeling the skin off. So she's bringing that in. So you carry on, Marcus, till we have the till we get the boyfriend's mum. Yeah, Amy. I'm wondering if you can take that. She lived the beach life. Oh, do you remember the bikini then coming off? She's talking to me about peeling water slides. Okay, so we're with you then, aren't we? We picked it up. Thank goodness for that. She's also, we'll carry on with you for a second then before Marcus comes in, Amy, because I've got this lady talking to me about, she's twisting a wedding ring here, but which means to me that there's a problem around you, a relationship problem. She's talking about somebody having a relationship problem around you, and she's just making you aware that she's aware of that. She's just talking about that. She's handing you books because she's talking about you studying, but she's actually just said to me retraining. So you'll possibly be retraining something. There's a nursing link around you that she's bringing around you as well. She's talking about concern over a child, but not really bad concern, but she's talking to me about autism as well. There's autism around you somewhere as well, okay, that she's bringing in. She's just saying I'm aware of that as well. She's talking about that, the autism connection around you as well, and the possible change of schools. She's just said to me the possible change of schools around you. She's around you as well. She's a lovely lady. Now you should smell her perfume around you, because she's bringing perfume around you. She's talking to me about Estee Lauder, so somebody must have liked Estee Lauder perfume. She's bringing that in as well. But she tells me also that she's got a gentleman with her who used to wear Brute aftershave that she's got with her as well. So you should understand that. But I've been talking to Marcus. Go on, Marcus.
Yeah, because you know, as you were talking, as I said, I just got, Amy. Hopefully, you should be able to link with a baby that was only £3 4 ounces when they were born, but it's nice. Turned out to be a nice, healthy baby, and also the name of Sue. You should be able to link with the name of Sue. And
Oh, there you go. Good. That's good.
what's
Amy.
this? What's it called? What's it called? Angina. Angina. There's a person in spirit that had angina. They used to cope with it, but they used to. There's someone this Amy that sits when they're sitting down, and this is a gentleman sitting down. He's always got his left hand in his pocket, because this lady that's giving me information, he's saying it's ever so off-putting, because he's got there's someone this side that's always sits there with his left hand in his pocket. Your mum's name's Susan. Ah, right. Oh, Sue. Okay. But she's this lady's telling me, said this bloke, his wallet's in his right hand pocket, so he's not even holding his wallet. It's just a habit. It's just a habit. And also, who is it this side, Amy, that where when you get your foot at a certain angle and your knee bounces constantly. Someone does that. It's not. Some people say it's a nervy thing, but it's not. It's not really. You just get your and that's a bit off-putting. And there's also someone here that needs either a little bit of help with either speech or diction, because it's as if I mean, I'm Welsh. I always need help with my diction, don't I? And with my accent. But the thing is, there's you're talking about lipstick. You should have given me some Lipsol, I think, because there's also a memory of a daughter does that. Oh, thanks, Amy. There's also then someone that had terrible chapped lips, and where it really, really goes sore, and they either use this Lipsol or something like that, and there's a psychotic cat spirit. Amy, there was this cat, and it was just absolutely bonkers. This lady's telling me it would all of a sudden run everywhere. Bam, 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 bam. Like dogs do. They have fitted the galloping abdabs or whatever we call it. But this cat was absolutely crazy and used to make everybody laugh. There should be a memory. There should be a memory of that, and the. She just told me again about my mum's lips. Oh, right, okay, yeah. And it's as if they really saw, Amy. That's the problem. They really saw. But this lady that's given me this information, she's also now telling me that go back to the £3 4 ounces. It should be a baby here, £3 4 ounces that was there, and 1st December, 19th of March, and I feel the 19th of March is an anniversary of a gentleman's passing. I don't know about the cat. They had a dog. No, don't widen it out, Amy. Widen it out, okay? Because the cat was a black and white cat, okay? Because they showed me a cat. We can't change, one animal to another. Just widen it out a bit. Don't.
The chat list, or somebody actually does that lot, but somebody kind of is around a doll, and I said, what do you mean? She says, somebody's got skin like a China doll. So she's talking about somebody's got nice skin. She's bringing that around you as well. I've just wrote something down. I can't read me writing now. But oh yeah, no. You know what? I have to write it down because otherwise I forget it. But she's just made me write something down funny, Amy. And she's watched somebody that's fallen over recently. And we sometimes say when somebody's down, falling over, we sometimes say something like, yeah, they went down like a sack of spuds. Okay. And she's just said that to me. So she's obviously watched somebody that's had a bit of a fall, and she's describing as though they went down like a sack of spuds. Okay, but she's talking to me about that. But like, she's just coming to say hello. A reason for coming, she says, is to let you know that she's around and to try and lift you up a little bit as well. But also, this lady's quite pushy in a nice way. She's kind of pushing you and the people around you in the right direction. She's talking about decisions being made. People can't make up their mind or something, decisions to be made, and you'll find that she's trying to push you in the right direction and others around you. But it's a lovely lady. Just wanted to say hello. So I don't think I've got any more. So I don't know if Marcus has got anything.
Yeah, no, they was. I could feel them stepping back from me, but they would just be, just behind me, and I thought, oh, that's it then. That's it. And just as you talked about potatoes or spuds or something, Amy, there's a memory of somebody coming back drunk or a bit tipsy, putting a baked potato in the microwave and forgetting it, and it exploded. That's what they've just told me. So hopefully that fits. But I think I'm done. Hope that means something, Amy. And thank you for the validation of the lady of 53 as well.
Lovely. I think that's anything else for us to say, Richard?
Yeah. Thank you so much for everybody joining us. As you see that it all works differently. Every evening is different, and we can't guarantee anything. We don't try to make things fit. We give you the information, and hopefully you've enjoyed the evening. But please, whichever medium you're working with in SBTV, try to give that validation one way or the other. Okay, so we just know if we're on the right track. Any more to say, Deb?
Nope, that's it. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
And keep your eye on the website, on SBTV's website, for upcoming shows. That's it, I think. Oh, and you can vote for us if you want, me or Marcus, or both of us, I think, or anybody that's we have a website and go into the voting area.
Yeah. Oh yes, yeah. Come to think of it, now they could vote for this show, couldn't they, Deb? If we have to be nominated first.
Oh, we have to be nominated, and this is a brand new show. It isn't up there yet.
Out of the running then.
Yeah, but if you want to vote for us, that'd be great on our new show. That'd be nice.
It's our pleasure, Amy. It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure.
Thank you, Amy. I hope you've all enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining us.
Yes,
Thank you.
And don't forget to visit the Spiritual Psychics TV website and have a look at the nominations. And if you want to nominate someone or church or whatever, there's different categories there. Thank you, Pauline.
Thank you. Glad you liked it. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
Bye.
Good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it.
Spiritual Psychics TV. Online. Spiritual Psychics TV isn't just an online broadcasting service. We also offer many features via our website. SPTV offers a unique directory that uses geolocation to find your nearest reader or venue, just by using your postcode. The Academy section allows anyone to upload and create their own spiritual courses within minutes. For those who like to read, then our online magazine area will offer just that. The SPTV shop enables anyone to start their online shop, be it to sell used or new items. You can also find